Hello, I'm Jorge Aguilar with the Fulton Sheen Prayer Group Apostolate. Today in Lesson 10, the Humanity of Christ, does God know what it is to suffer? Sheen has emphasized in the last lesson about the divinity of Christ, this concept that Jesus is both the Son of God and the Son of Man. These two natures in one person. In his human nature, he's able to share in our humanity. In his divine nature, he's able to pay the infinite debt due to sin. Sheen gives us this understanding that Jesus did not have a human personality. Why? Because he was God. But to understand this, he gives us this example of a playground without a fence. That without a fence, that all the children could come in and have access to the playground. This idea of universal salvation, salvation for all humanity. We think about the act of one man. Can the act of one man bring about a change for all humanity? Well, we saw that. Sheen gives us that understanding. We see that in Genesis with Adam. Adam, in his disobedience, brings about a condemnation, a brokenness to all humanity. And here Jesus, the new Adam, in his act of obedience, brings about a restoration, a healing to all humanity. So one asks, how does this Jesus take upon himself our sins? So Sheen gives us in a way the mechanics of it. He talks about this concept of transference, the psychic transference, a physical transference, and a moral transference. And he systematically explains those different types of transference. Essentially that Jesus undergoes the complete totality of all humanity's brokenness. And he offers that to the Father. I think of a story of my mother. My mother, she had 12 children, and I'm her number 11. And when number 12 was born, she had a very traumatic labor, and to the point that they had to perform an emergency cesarean. She had lost so much blood that she ended up dying on the OR table. They had pronounced her dead, and they were able to save the baby. There was a nun who was at the hospital and had heard that my mom had died, and she was a friend of my mom's. Her name was Sister Gerard. She runs into the chapel and she cries out to the Father. She says, "Father, you can take her. She has 12 children. Her mission has yet to be complete. Take me, take me." At that very moment, God answered that prayer. My mom, who was dead, came back to life. She would live another 50 years, and she would die at the age of 94 with 49 grandchildren, 38 great-grandchildren. She would have 101 descendants at the time of her passing. You see, Sister Gerard did what Christ did. Jesus is there on the cross, and he says, take me, and he takes upon himself all humanity, and he does it because he loves us. God love you.